Okay, I want to talk to you for just a few minutes about benchmark fractions. So there's nothing you're writing down. There's not a worksheet to do. I just want to chat with you about some easy things I do to help myself remember so I don't have to do so much work. So a benchmark fraction are just our common fractions. Something like a half, our fourths, thirds, and even our fifths. It's pretty simple numbers, and they give us they're always the same, and I know what they are every time. So when I'm talking about a half, I'm thinking I want to change this to a decimal. Half of $1 is 50 cents. Half of it is 0.5. And I can put 0.5 or 0.50, it's the same thing. When I'm thinking quarters, we're always taking that dollar, that 100 pennies, and breaking it up. I want to break it up into 4 groups this time. So when I have 4 groups to get to 100, I have to times by 25 to get from 4 to 100. I'm thinking quarters. 4 quarters makes $1. So 1 times 25 is 25. So 1/4 is 25 cents, 25 out of 100. 25 hundredths, 25 hundredths, same as 1/4. 1 out of $1, 1/4, 25 cents. So if I have 2 quarters, that's half of it, that's 50 cents. If I have 3 quarters, that is 75 cents, 25, 50, 75. So thirds are another one that are very common. So if I take 100 and I break it up into 3 pieces, each part is about 33. 33.333333. It's going to go on forever. We're going to shorten it and call it 33. And I want one of those pieces of 33. 1 times 33 is 33.33. We're taking our fractions, turning them into decimals. 0.33. So 1/3, 0.33. 2/3, double that is point. So 2/3 is 0.66. So there's our common ones for thirds, and then we have fifths. I'm thinking about breaking up 100 into 5. If I count by 5s all the way to 100, it goes in there 20 times. 100 divided by 5 is 20. So 5 times 20 is 100. 1 times 20 is 20. So 20 out of 100 is 0.2 or 0.20. Every time I have 1/5, that's a 20th. So that means if I have 2/5, that I have 20 2 times is 40. 3/5 is 23 times 20, 40, 60. And then 24 times, so 4/5, 20, 40, 60, 80. So those are just some very common benchmark fractions that I have just learned that make my math a lot quicker. When I see those, I know exactly how much that is as a decimal, because it's very easy to compare decimals and say, oh yeah, 80 is bigger than 60. Oh, 66 is bigger than 60. Oh, 75 is bigger than 33. But 80 is bigger than 75. Super easy when they're decimals to look at them and say, oh, I know this one's bigger, this one's smaller. With fractions, you have to just think a little bit more about how much you have and what is it. For this one, I can think it's like pennies, which one's the most, 50, then 75, then 66, 60, 50. I can put all these in order super fast if I just have decimals. So benchmark fractions easily change into decimals, and this is something you're going to want to know. You have made it to the end of this video. I want you to come and explain to me how I would find any of the fifths, 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5 as a decimal, and I will give you $100 in your bank account for watching this.